Hello from Tajmotormedics. First of all, from Tajmotormedics team, we wish everyone a happy new year. And secondly, we're working on a BMW 3 Series. It's an f31, f32, 2012 to 2015. If I'm correct, it is an f31, f32, but I'll correct that in the description anyway. So what we're doing is we're doing a main dip bulb on this. It is an awkward one, but not difficult. Now if you switch the lights on, please. Now as you can see, the one on the passenger side is working, but the driver's side one isn't. So it's this one out here is the outer bulb, not the inner one. The inner one's the 4-beam one. So if you can flash, just use the flasher please. That's it. So you can see the inner ones are working, but the outer one isn't. Lights off please. Thank you. That's cool. Thank you. What you could do is, if you wanted to do the bulbs in there, you can do it from the top, from here. If you want to do the bulbs in here, you have to do it through the arch lining. Now, for me to do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jack it up, but you can't do it while you steer the steering wheel to the left. Full lock it to the left. There's a cover inside. You remove the cover. Then there's another cover for the headlight. You remove that. And then the bulbs inside, which is a H7 bulb that could be found in the description if you did want one. And if you found this video useful, don't forget to like it, subscribe and share it as well where possible. And there is a special button, thanks button. If you want to go on that, click on it and appreciate our work, that'd be brilliant as well. Right, so let's go up with the car and jack it up. Right, now that I've got the car jacked up, as you can see, to work on the headlight itself, which is this cover here, I need to remove. To remove it, you need a flat screwdriver. You slot the screwdriver in, push this down, so the little clip will come out. But before I do that, now if you've got a jack, it'd be easier to change the bulb when you jack the car up. If you haven't for any reason and you're in an awkward position, then what you do, turn the steering wheel full lock it to your left or full lock it to your right. So you might have to squeeze your hands in and stuff like that. So I'm going to do this first. So if I slot the screwdriver in and then bring the clip out, okay, I might use it with my fingers. Here we go. Just did it with my fingers rather than screwdriver, but that's where the screwdriver goes, and then you push it down basically. That's it. Okay, take the cover out, first one. Then you've got a secondary cover there, which is for the headlight. So you twist that to your left, pull the whole thing out. Now you've got to remember this rubber seal, so you don't want this going anywhere, so make sure it's in there. That would just protect the headlight from water going in. So now what I do, I take my gloves off for this. So on the inside there you've got the bulb holder, where you got a bulb, the bulb socket, which is the 2-pin bulb. It's a H7, so you might not be able to see this, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to wiggle gently from the plug. So I've got the plug out. So if it's pushed right in, you just wiggle it and pushing at the same time, but gently, and it just comes out. On the inside now you can see the bulb. Now the pin locator for the H7, you'll only have one, which is facing up. That's how you put the bulb back in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my hand in again, and then from the top pin and the bottom one and the left right one, I'm going to try to wiggle it and then remove it. So if that doesn't happen, so like I did just now, it didn't happen. So I'm going to plug it back in. Plug it back in and put a bit of pressure on the plug. Left, right. And that's out. Okay? So that's how it is. So that's basically the bulb holder. So what I now do is take the bulb, remove the bulb. I'm not going to try and get my hands dirty at the same time, so I'll remove. Look, that's how it goes in. So this pin locator is facing up, so it pushes in like that. Okay, so I've got a new one already. If you did want one, the new one's available in the description, so if you want to get one, you can order one from there. That's how we need to put it on. Never touch the lens. If you do, the lifespan of the bulb reduces. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in and I'm going to see it from the front. You can see it from the back, but I'll see it from the front to line it up. So that's it. And then put a plug in, but you can see it first. So if you look at the bulb itself, from the top bit it's pushed in, from the bottom bits that there is pushed in, and then from this angle it's pushed in as well. Now if you fit the bulb in incorrectly, what will happen is your beam image will be all over and you'll be blinding people basically. That's what will happen. So push the plug back in. Now you can see the plugs back in as well. That's all pushed in. What we do, we'll put the cover back on. That's it, that's on. We'll put this cover back on again. In, and now we're going to check the lights. Right, okay, now that the bulb is done, we're going to check, see if it's working. Switch the ignition on, double click please, that's it, lovely. As you can see now, that's working, and we haven't touched any of the bulbs anyway. The other side is working as well. That's all it is on this particular model. If there is anything else you need to know, there's a playlist for BMWs, and there's a playlist for bulbs as well. Do check that out. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share where possible. Happy New Year once again. Thank you and goodbye.